recording. All right, so just a couple little business items before we get started reviewing some math. We have our Ameritown field trip planned for April 30th. And I know that's really far away, but just kind of keep it in mind that you're going to have to, before that date, you're going to be doing some interviews for like 3 days. And then this April 30th is a full day field trip. Really cool stuff. And just kind of, keep in mind that it's kind of far off in the future, but it will be about $20 per person. So um, just kind of want to give you a heads up now. All right. Another little business item is that we have our digital literacy and citizenship lessons. And, you had one lesson for October and November. And I just kind of wanted to remind you that, November is coming to a close faster than I can even believe it. But, Thanksgiving break will be here soon. And then after that, you don't have much time left. So just kind of a heads up. If you haven't looked at it yet, please do. And Autumn has a question, so I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Go ahead, Autumn.
Um, Sorry, my throat is. So in the digital literacy and citizenship, I like for the writing good emails, I did the Adobe thing, but it won't pop up the other page.
So the website won't, or are you talking about leaving your comments? Um,
The website won't. I just don't know why.
so were you able to watch the lesson?
No, I wasn't.
Not at all, huh? Do you have a different computer in your house? Sometimes, I don't know, there's just like a permission thing, and one computer will, I don't know,
Yeah,
let
I
you watch
have.
it. I think it's probably, if you have to download Adobe software, that would probably work, because if it's an Adobe type of, lesson or whatever. So does it say something like download Adobe?
No, it just says that cause I don't know. I just cause I'm supposed to have 2 pages for the writing good emails, and turns out I only have 1 page, and I don't know what happened to the other page.
Weird. Well, okay. So I kind of have to see what you're talking about. So if we have a couple minutes at the end of class, I'll let you share your screen and you can show me
Okay.
exactly what's going on. But if you at least get the gist of it, I'm sure you can write a couple comments, and that's all you have to do to get your grade is just write a couple comments on what you learned. So,
Okay.
all right. And then just another heads up, our field trip is coming up. It is this coming Tuesday, and this is super cool. It's only $10. That is a real steal because we get to see the Pompeii exhibit, which is really cool. And then we get to go to the planetarium and do the rest of the museum for only $10. So um, it is good to be part of a school, I guess. And Nicholas, yes, go ahead.
Um, could I show something to the class? It's really interesting.
Well, does it have to do with math or what does it have to do with?
Well, it's sort of has to do with math. It's really cool.
It's really cool. Okay. Yeah, how long is it going to take? Should we do it at the end of class? Would that be better?
Probably like maybe 5 minutes.
Maybe 5 minutes? Okay, so then let's do it at the end of class and we will make sure that we leave at least 10 minutes for you to show us everything, okay?
Okay.
We don't have too much to review today, so that's a good thing. Because we haven't had too much new material yet. Okay, interim test. Has everybody taken their interim tests?
I didn't take my reading yet.
You haven't taken your reading yet. Okay, you need to do that today. Remember, there at the end of the test, there's, I don't know, maybe like 5 problems that you had to print out and actually write down your answers. And those are the only things that you have to put in the drop box. The rest that you click on the screen, the rest is already done for you. It's all online. So,
Yeah. I didn't. So, um, I don't know what the problem is for those on the math. Didn't get those done, but I did everything else.
okay, well, make sure that you finish it all up today and get those written responses scanned in or take a picture of it, I don't care, and put it into the Dropbox. Okay?
Okay. How do I print those out? Because I didn't see any icons to print it.
Sure. Yeah, I'll show you right now. I mean, this might be helpful for somebody else, but it won't take very long. So if you go back to our home page or homeroom page, in just a second, I'll show you where to find everything again. Oh, and of course it's spinning, taking forever. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll scroll all the way down. Make sure you always read the announcements, by the way. And then it's in week 10, which was last week. And you're going to click on fifth grade. Where are we here? Fifth grade, week 10. Oh, just kidding. You're going to click on fourth and fifth grade interim tests. This is where it's at. So you're going to click here. Okay. So then you're going to see this screen, and this is where you click to read the directions, and it will take you to the website. But for those things that you have to print out, they're right here. So if you just click on fifth grade reading, it's going to open up a file for you. And then the only pages that you have to print out are the ones towards the end. It's going to take a second, but it'll open up. So I'll just show you again kind of what it looks like. So this is the entire test. You don't have to print the entire test because you've already done most of it online. But towards the end, and it takes a minute for the pages to actually show up, you can see it's just spinning and thinking. Towards the end are the written responses, and so you're going to need to print out those pages only. Okay? And then the drop boxes were back. If you saw where we just were on week 10, here's the drop boxes. So fourth grade, well, you guys aren't fourth grade, so it won't matter, but fifth grade reading test, fifth grade math test, and then if something doesn't fit, I have another drop box where you can put additional pages. So, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get it done today. It's really important. So, and another thing you should know about the interim tests, you're not supposed to know everything on that test. That is
Yeah,
something that,
like
yeah,
one
and
for
it's something you take at
fourth.
the
I mean, it's like,
beginning and then again at the end of the year, and it shows growth. So at the end of the year, you should understand more of the test than you do at the beginning of the year. So that's just kind of a little heads up for you that, it's okay if you don't know everything right now. So,
yeah, it was like a pre-test.
yeah, and that's okay. All right, guys, we'll get started. Um, I want to, make sure that we have enough time, so I'll skip over math and real life today, and we'll just get to our practice problems. So far, and then if we do have a little bit more time, we still have our game that we played a couple weeks ago. Okay, so the couple concepts that you have covered or are going to be covering in the near future are order of operations, ordered pairs on a coordinate plane, and then, solving algebraic equations when you see things presented in a table. So let's start with order of operations. And who can, before we, get to doing this, the practice problems, who can tell me what the order of operations is? Okay, go ahead, Nicholas.
It's multiplication and division first, and then you do addition and subtraction after that.
That's right. But there's a couple other things to remember too.
Addition or subtraction first, you put parentheses on them.
Right. So, but don't forget, sometimes you're going to see a set of parentheses first, and you have to do parentheses first. So please excuse, and that's exponents, my dear, that's a D, sorry, Aunt Sally. So this P stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. And here's just a little side note for you. Multiplication and division have the same importance. So if division came first in the problem, if it was farther left, I should say, then you would do the division first. If the multiplication was farther left, you would do it first. And then addition and subtraction have the same importance, I guess is what you would call it. So it doesn't matter which comes first, you work from left to right, which you're pretty good at. I mean, we've always been, we read from left to right, we work our math problems from left to right. So, okay, let's go ahead and do a couple practice problems. And here's something I wanted to show you too. When you see a problem like the one on your screen, 1 plus 6 times 6 minus 8, you'll notice that there's no parentheses in there. Sometimes it's kind of helpful if you go in and add your own parentheses first so that you can make sure that you do the right problem first. So let me clear this screen. Oh, I forgot how to clear it. It's been a while. How do I clear it? Shoot. Give me just a second.
Is it that?
Oh, wipe. There we go. Wipe. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so let me take a snapshot of this right here. And we'll go a lot faster and just, oh, I just took a snapshot of your pictures. That's not what I wanted to snapshot. I wanted to, there we go. I wanted to take a picture of the screen. There we go. Sorry, technology is awesome. You just have to know how to use it, I guess, huh?
That's the name of the game.
There we go. Okay. So notice in this problem there are no parentheses yet. Sometimes it's useful or helpful if you go in and add your own parentheses so that way you don't get confused. So go ahead and write down this problem. 1 plus 6 times 6 minus 8. And then just add in your parentheses so that you know to do the multiplication first. And then go ahead and solve. When you get an answer, you can either raise your hand or put it into the chat. All right, Nicholas, go ahead. What's your answer?
I think it's 29.
Well, let's just check. We're going to go a little faster here in a second, but we'll do this one together. So 6 times 6, we all know, is 36. So now we work from left to right. So now the problem says 1 plus 36 minus 8. So what's 1 plus 36? That's 37. 37 minus 8?
29.
29. Okay, give me a thumbs up if that made sense. Looks like we had a couple different answers, so maybe we need to do one more together a little bit slower. Okay, so let's look at this one. I'm going to take a new picture, I think. Okay, and here we go. Now we have 4 times 9 times 2 minus 7. So right away we have a bunch of multiplication that we have to do first, right? So why don't you just put a parentheses around the multiplication problems, because we know those are most important, and then work from left to right. So everybody, what is 4 times 9?
36.
36.
36, good. So now we have 36 times 2.
64, 72.
Give everybody just a second to figure out 36 times 2. You could write it down. Go ahead, Josh. Sorry, Josh, you're muted. There you go, Josh.
72.
72. So now the problem says 72 minus 7. So now solve.
65.
Okay, let's see. Nicholas, you are a fast one. Great job. Okay, let's go a little bit faster on this one. We have 3 plus 6 divided by 6 plus 8. Put a parentheses around your 6 divided by 6 because you're going to do that first. Most of you could probably do this one in your head. Type it into the chat, Nick, so that you don't ruin it for everyone. Okay, I got an answer from Jacob. Good. Got a couple different answers showing up, so let's do it together. And that's okay. I mean, it's kind of confusing when you have to like sit there and really think about what to do first and what to do second, and it will change your answer. So, okay. So we have 3 plus 6 divided by 6 plus 8. We have to do the division first. So I'm just going to put little parentheses around it. That's going to tell me to do it first. And we know that 6 divided by 6 is 1. So then rewrite your equation. Now I have 3 plus 1 plus 8. And then most of us said 12. Perfect. Okay, let's do another one. 6 times 8 divided by 3 plus 1. Notice we have multiplication and division. They are the same importance, so just simply work from left to right. Type it into the chat when you get an answer. So 6 times 8 divided by 3 plus 1. Okay, I'm getting a couple answers showing up in the chat. Okay, I got another answer, and I think you guys are correct. So let's do this one together. All right, here we go. And I'm going to take a picture of the screen. You're close, Autumn. All right, here we go. So like I said, multiplication and division have the same importance. So we're going to just simply work from left to right, just like you read a book. You just work from left to right. So everyone, what's 6 times 8?
48.
Good, 48. So now my problem says 48, oops, wow, divided by 3 plus 1. So first thing I need to do is the division problem because it has greater importance than this addition towards the end. So what is 48 divided by 3? Josh?
16.
Okay, and if you needed to go and check your division, it's not a bad thing to go off to the side and just do a little division problem and make sure that you had it all correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, he is correct. So if you didn't do 48 divided by 3 mentally, that's fine. So now my problem says 16 plus 1, and so that's easy. Then our
I
answer...
did 16 minus 1 by accident.
Oh, okay, so at least you had the process right. You just maybe missed that addition sign.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Actually, we'll do a few more. We'll go a little faster. 8 times 9 minus 1 times 7. Ooh,
Oh, I know what to do.
I'm sure you do. Go ahead and write it down and do it. All right, Nicholas, do you want to tell us what to do? Because this one's, maybe a little more confusing. It has kind of this -1 right in the center. So obviously we know that multiplication, and that comes at the beginning and then again at the end, is more important than this subtraction. So it makes it, maybe a little bit more difficult. So Nicholas, what would you do?
Well, I would put parentheses on 1 times 7 and 8 times 9, so you
Okay,
do them before you do subtracting. So 8 times 9 is 72,
that's right.
and then 1 times 7 equals 7. So you take away 7. And then,
Perfect. Did you notice how I just kind of put a parentheses around the problems that I wanted to do first, which was the
yeah,
multiplication? So we had 8 times 9, which was 72. You can see I just rewrote the equation right underneath. And then I can't forget to bring down that subtraction sign. And then 1 times 7 is 7. So 72 minus 7, everyone?
65.
65. Let's check our answer. You got it. All right, this is really good practice. Let's do a couple more. This is actually kind of challenging. 7 times 8 plus 4 plus 8. Okay, well then that's an easy one. So, because right away you should be able to identify that you're going to do the 7 times 8 first, and then you just have a couple addition problems. Maybe this is even mental math.
It works for me.
Autumn, what did you come up with?
I got 68.
Let's see.
68 too.
Fantastic. Okay, slightly more difficult because here again we have a division and a multiplication problem. They are the same importance, so just work from left to right. Put a parentheses around your 6 divided by 2 because you're going to do that first. Everybody, let's do this mentally. What is 6 divided by 2?
3.
3. So now my problem says 3 times 9. What is 3 times 9?
27.
27. What is 27 minus 4?
23.
All right, you guys are getting better at this. Oh, then they throw in a hard one. I'm gonna let you write. I'm gonna let you write this one down. Go ahead and write it down. They're throwing in negative numbers here. I'm not sure you guys have gotten to that yet, but that's okay. Oh no, never mind. I read it wrong. It's not negative numbers. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot, so hopefully you've had a chance to write that down. Okay.
I didn't get a chance to write it down. I wanted to challenge myself.
I know. Sorry. Here, I'm gonna take a screenshot of it right now. Okay, there it is. 57 divided by 1 minus parentheses 74 minus 58. So right away, you should have said, oh, wow, there's parentheses. I'm going to do those first. So what is 74 minus 58? You can write it down. You don't have to do it mentally if you can't. But 74 minus 58 comes first. Nicholas, what is it?
16.
Okay, so now I'm going to rewrite the problem. So now my problem is 57 divided by 1 minus 16. Okay? All right, so now this isn't too bad. Now I have the division problem that I have to worry about first. So 57 divided by 1, what is that? Autumn?
57.
Good. So now I only have 57 minus 16, and so that's not too bad. And what's your answer?
41.
41. Good.
Did you not notice me typing into that into the chat?
I did see that in the chat. I'm very proud of you. Oh, this is tricky. Not really, but we'll do it anyway. This is parentheses, and then notice there's nothing in the center. When you see, just two numbers, or I should say two sets of parentheses butted up against each other like that, it means multiply. So you're going to find what 81 plus 13 is, and then multiply it by whatever 43 plus 35 is. So this will take you a couple seconds. Go ahead and try it, Josh. That's probably a pretty good answer, Jacob. Okay, who has found what 81 plus 13 is? So Josh, what's 81 plus 13?
94.
94. Good. And I'm just going to put a multiplication sign there because when they're next to each other, that's what it means to do. Now, who found what 43 plus 35 is? Autumn, what is it?
It's 78.
Okay, so now my problem says 94 times 78. So we had a couple different answers show up in the chat. So 94 times 78, just write it down, and I'll go pretty fast. Everybody, what's 4 times 8?
7,332.
Oh, okay, well, 4 times 8, yes, 32. And then what's 8 times 9? 72 plus 3, 75. Add my 0. Ah, stupid pen. What's 7 times 4? 28. 7 times 9? 63 plus 2, 65. Really, I am writing this much nicer than this pen is showing, I promise. 2 plus 0 is 2. What's 5 plus 8? 13. Carry that 1. 6 plus 7 is 13. So our answer should be, yes, most of you got it, 7,332. Perfect. All right, guys, let's move on to ordered pairs. So this is pretty cool stuff. We have a little game, actually. Okay, so soccer coordinates. Woohoo!
Oh.
Yay! Notice that the X numbers are always across the bottom. They're always the horizontal axis. That's what that means when you go from left to right. That's horizontal. And then vertical is up and down, and that's the Y axis. When you are given coordinates, you always find the X axis number first, and then you go to the Y axis. So let's just say, and before we start the game, they want me to find the coordinate pair 2, 5. I'm going to start by going this way first to the 2, and then I would go up to the 5. So that is the coordinate pair 2, 5. Let's just say they wanted me to find 5, 3. So the coordinate pair 5, 3. I start on the bottom x-axis. I find the 5, then I'd go up to the 3, and that's where that would be. Give me a thumbs up if it's making sense so far. Pretty easy. All right, let's play this game. Woo! Target, I have to go to 1, 5. How about you point? Tell me which way to go. What? And then what do I do? Give me a thumbs up if I'm right. Okay. All right, tell me which way to go. And then 4. Here's the 3, and then perfect. Good, I like the thumbs up. Tell me when to stop by giving me a thumbs up. Oh, 4, 0. That's weird. 4, and then I don't have to go anywhere. 0. 2, 1. 2, 1. Yay! 5, 2. 6, 3. Notice I'm always doing the x-axis first. 4, 6. 4, and then all the way to the top. Yay! 5, 4. Oh, 6 seconds. 1, 2. Oh, I think I ran out of time. Oh, that's pretty fun. Okay, so that was a pretty simple game just to kind of show you coordinates. Okay, why is it not going away? There we go. Sorry. What have you guys done as far as coordinates yet? Because I didn't look at that part very detailed. So what have you done? Did you just, they told you how to plot an ordered pair, or do you remember doing that yet? Oh, okay. So maybe that's actually what I was looking ahead, and you're going to be plotting things on an XY axis soon. So let me just draw a quick picture, even though my pen is not fantastic. You have something called a coordinate plane, and you're going to start real basic with your y-axis and your x-axis. So like I was just saying, anytime they give you an ordered pair, you're always going to go on the x-axis first and then go up to the y-axis to plot things. So it would kind of take me a minute here to draw this all out, but so if I had the ordered pair 2, 1, I would go over 2 and up 1, and that's where I would put my dots. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense to you. It's pretty easy, and so when you do get to this, it'll, I'm sure, kind of be a breeze. But I'm glad that I was able to show you some of that. Then it looks like you guys are going to be working with, let me clear this, tables. So things like algebra tables. Woo! So get ready and copy this table down. So I'm going to kind of draw a little table. And what they're going to want you to do is solve this algebraic equation. So here is the value of n. That's where problem 1 is going to go. Problem 2, 3, and so forth. And here's your equation, 4n plus 2. Okay? So now, I'm going to fill in my table with what I want n to be. I want it to be a 1 for problem number 1. I want it to be a 2. I want it to be a 3. I want n to be a 4. And then I want it to be a 5. Let's do this very first problem together. It's pretty simple. So they're telling you what they want n to be. So you're going to come over to your equation and you're going to plug it in. Remember, when you have something that is butted up next to each other like that, it means to multiply. So if I rewrote the equation, it would say 4 times 1 plus 2. And we know because of order of operations that we're going to do the multiplication first. So everyone, what is 4 times 1?
4.
Plus 2?
6.
Good. So now I just filled in the first row of my table. Okay? So now let's do this second problem together. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to plug in a 2 where I see n. So I want you to write it down. Tell me what you think. When you get an answer, you could type it into the chat. So I'll rewrite the equation. Good. It would be 4 times 2 plus 2. Perfect. Your answer would be 10. Now I want you to plug in 3 where you see the 4. I'm sorry, where you see the n. So 4 times 3 plus 2. Ooh, we got some quick people. It would be 14. Yep, 12 plus 2 is 14. All right, Nicholas is pretty much, yeah, solved the rest of the table, but that's all right. So now I want you to plug in a 4 where you see n. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 2, 18. Good. Now we'll come down here and plug in 5. So it would be 4 times 5 is 20 plus 2 is 22. You guys got that. Pretty good, easy pattern. So you're going to be seeing some things show up that are like this. So let's do another one. Just have to kind of draw a table. Hopefully it's not as ugly as mine. And instead of n, maybe I'm going to use an x this time. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to say 3x minus, let's just do minus 1. Okay. Maybe we'll make it a little bit more difficult, and instead of starting with a 1, let's start with 3. I want x to be a 3. So I'm going to come over here and plug in 3 where I see x. So rewriting the equation, it becomes 3 times 3 minus 1. And everybody got it. 8. Perfect. All right, let's do a 7 here. I want x to be 7. So come over to your equation, plug it in. 3 times 7 minus 1. Woo! You guys are fast. I can't trick you at all. I'm not trying to trick you, but all right. Well, let's make it slightly more difficult, I guess. Let's make x a 12. 3 times 12 minus 1. 35. Woo! Good job. All right. So this is, you guys are already kind of ahead of the game. You're showing me that you already are going to be little wizards when you come to solving algebraic equations. So,
Well, I'm doing negative algebraic equations.
very nice. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit above 5th grade. But let's see if we can find a harder algebra skill. We'll scroll down to algebra
Not pre-algebra.
and see what they've got for us. Ah, there's so many. Okay, here we go. How about, yeah, problems like this. This is kind of like the table that we just did. Find the value of the expression d equals 12. So go ahead and type it into your chat. What's 16 minus 12? 16 minus 12 is 4. Perfect. Let's go fast. 5 plus g. G is 8. 13. Awesome. Oh, this is just way too easy for you guys. Let's look at 6th grade. Why not?
Yes!
Let's go down to some 6th grade algebra stuff.
Ooh,
Here we go.
Square roots.
Ooh. This is actually kind of a harder skill, so let's try this. Remember when I was teaching us a couple weeks ago about writing equations? Well, this one, you're just going to show me by your, like either in the chat or by holding up your hand. If you want, this is number 1, this would be answer 2, this would be answer 3, and this would be answer 4. Okay, so Patrick has 60 books. Glenn has B more books than Patrick. What expression shows how many books Glenn has?
2.
Yeah, because Patrick has 60, Glenn has B more, so 60 plus B. Good. Tucker has 91 buttons. Becky has B more buttons than Tucker. Which expression? There we go. Very good. Maybe I should go to 7th grade. Ramel has B more bouncy balls than Brian. Brian has 72 bouncy balls. What expression tells us how many? Good. Okay, it's going to get harder. Trinidad, that's an interesting name, has 53 more rubber bands than Zoe. Zoe has R rubber bands. Write an expression to show how many rubber bands Trinidad has. Autumn, what will I type?
53 plus, what is the, R, yeah.
Yep. Wow. Carson planted here we go, fewer trees than Jerry. Jerry planted 22 trees. Write an expression. Nicholas.
22 minus T.
Minus, what is it? Oh, T. There we go. Perfect. Leah, I guess, I don't know, has T trading cards. Linda has 53 more cards than Leah. Write an expression that shows how many trading cards Linda has. Josh, what will I type?
$53 plus T.
That's right. Oops, not equals. Good job. All right, guys, we are kind of to that point where I'm going to let Nicholas show us whatever it is that he wanted to show us. Nick, do we need to see your screen?
No, it's actually something that has to do with scissors, paper, and tape.
Okay, well, take it away.
Okay, so first you take just a simple piece of paper and then you cut like maybe an inch, like right here.
Okay.
Paper just all the way around.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
I don't, so keep going.
And then after that, you make a loop, except before you connect it, you make one twist
Okay.
on the loop, or half a twist. And then you tape that together.
Make sure you hold it up to your camera because we don't necessarily see. There you go.
And then, so now that you have it taped together, you can take the scissors again and then cut like maybe a third of the strip.
Okay.
And then the hole that you just cut in, you just keep cutting in that hole. So just keep cutting along the edge.
All right.
You can flip it over if you have to. And then it appears on the other side.
Ooh.
So it appears on the other side since you looped it. When you looped it, you did a half twist.
Right.
So then you keep cutting and cutting and cutting. Ooh, that didn't go well.
Uh-oh, did it not work?
Well, the point is you would just keep cutting along the edge until you get to one part, and then it would come out like this.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm glad that you had one that was already made. So, all right, guys, how are you feeling about today? Do you guys want to practice any more of these skills, or are
Did
you?
we do Jeopardy?
What was that, Nicholas?
Did we do the Math Jeopardy thing?
Oh yeah, let's take a look and see if we have this game.
Oh, and also that when I emailed you that one time and challenged you with to see if you knew the patterns, it was the Fibonacci.
Oh, funny.
All right, so we are going to have team 1 is Autumn, team 2 is Nicholas, team 3 is Josh, and team 4 is Jacob. So let's start with Autumn.
Okay, can we do challenge 500?
All right, she's going big. Oops, sorry. Gotta scroll down here. How do I write a number divided by 25? Autumn!
Okay, so B divided by 25.
Okay. Yeah, B or N divided by 25. Perfect. Yeah, you guys remember the answers. Silly. All right. Nicholas, why don't you choose one for us?
I'll take decimals by decimals. 300.
Okay. Multiplying decimals by decimals for how much?
300.
Okay. What is the product of 6/10 times 5/10? Autumn.
There is it 30 tenths?
Well, it would be 0.3 or, yeah, 30 hundredths actually. So
Oh, okay.
just 0.3. You don't even really need that to show that zero on the end, but that's right.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, choose a problem for us.
Estimating products with decimals.
Okay, for how much?
300.
Okay. Round to the largest place value. Ooh, so you have to write this down. 633 times 5.6. Okay, Nicholas.
Oh, 3,600.
3,600. Good. He rounded this to 600, and then he rounded this to 6. So 600 times 6 is 3,600. Yay! All right, good job. All right, Jacob, do you want to type into the chat a problem that you'd like to do? Or you'd like me to read at least? You could go ahead and type it in, and we'll come back to you in just a second. And we'll take Autumn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Let's do challenge 400. I don't know.
All right, she is going for it. Challenge
Nicholas.
400, and we'll get your problem next, Jacob.
Immediately, so
A number divided by 13. Oh, this is a tie between Nicholas and Autumn here. So,
I was raising my hand before the question even got up there.
all right, Nicholas, go ahead.
Cheating.
It would be x divided by 13.
Oh, yes. Or N or whatever. Very good. Okay, so Jacob wants us to do decimals by decimals. So multiplying decimals by decimals for 200. The product of 0.5 times 0.1. Oh my goodness, Autumn.
Okay, it's 5.
0.05. Let's show that one
I
on.
was gonna guess.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's okay. You just have to remember, kind of going back to that last unit that we did on decimals. Looking at your problem, there are 2 digits after the decimal in the problem. Sorry. So there's going to be 2 digits after the decimal in your answer. Okay? All right. Nicholas, which problem? Sorry.
I need my points, Miss Bruns.
Let's see here. Let me. I'll take estimating products with decimals 500.
Okay.
Unless that's wrong.
Miss Bruns, you forgot to give me my points for the last question.
Oh, there we go. Round to the largest place value and then multiply.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Josh, you could try this one. What is the largest place value is the thousands place. So is this closer to 2,000 or 3,000?
2,000.
Right? And is this closer to 4 or 5?
4.
4. So what's 2,000 times 4?
12,000? No, 8,000.
8,000. Good. And Jacob got it too, so I'm going to give you both the points. All right, last problem of the day. Let's do decimal patterns for 300. Ooh, the product of whatever times 100. Nicholas.
It would be 500,000. 500,607 or 567,898.
Good. Well, we just know that because we're multiplying it by 100, we're going to move our decimal point over 2 places. So our decimal is going to end up right there.
Scratch
And you're
that.
right. I mean, it'd be 56,789 and 8/10. So notice there's 2 zeros. I moved my decimal over 2 places. All right, guys. It has been so much fun. Today was really kind of cool. So don't forget, if you haven't done your interim test, to do that. Also, hopefully I will see all of you at the field trip on Tuesday. That would be really cool. And then what else? I think that's it for now. So, yeah. All right. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Jacob. I'll see you then.
Oh, Miss Bruns.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, Nicholas.
You didn't talk to Autumn about whatever her problem was.
Oh, yeah, her digital literacy stuff. I'll take a look at it later. She'll just have to give me her login stuff, and then I'll log in as her and see what she's getting. So, not a huge deal.
Yeah, okay. All right, bye.
Bye.